Um, what we have here is, let's say this is a scale, and hanging from the scale is some piece of brass. I'm drawing it round, but it could be any shape. And this has a certain weight, which is 248 newtons. And then we put the piece of brass, submerge it in water. All right. Now, according to Archimedes' principle, um, the uh, the buoyancy of the brass, of the water on the brass rather, is equal to the weight of the water displaced. So we'll write then that the buoyant force F sub B is equal to the volume of the water that's displaced times the density of water times the acceleration of gravity. Okay, so now we need to evaluate this. We know the density of water, it's 1,000 kilograms per cubic meter. We know the acceleration of gravity, it's 9.8 meters per second squared. How? But we don't know the volume of the water, okay? But we do know that the volume of the water displaced is equal to the volume of the brass, okay? We'll call it V sub B. So now, well, how do we get the volume of the brass? Well, we know the force of gravity on the brass without water is 248 newtons. So the force of, on the brass is equal to the density of brass times the acceleration of gravity divided, density of brass times acceleration of gravity times the volume of the brass. So we're given this in the problem, it's 248. The density of brass varies depending upon the type of brass, but I looked it up and I came up with an average number of about 8,000 kilograms per cubic meter. This is G again, the acceleration of gravity, and this would be the volume of the brass. So we know this, we know that, we know that. We could calculate what the volume of the brass is then. So that would be the weight of the brass, okay, which I'm going to call F sub B, is a force, divided by the acceleration of gravity and the density of brass. Okay, so now we have to go back to this equation up here, and we know the volume of the water we said is equal to the volume of the brass, and the volume of the brass is given by this. So we could substitute this quantity into this. So the buoyant force, that is the force that's being pushed up by the water, is equal to FB, which is the weight of the brass without any water, divided by the acceleration of gravity at times the density of brass, okay, times now the density of water times the acceleration of gravity. Okay, so now you see that the density of the acceleration of gravity rather will cancel out, and that leaves you with the force of gravity on the brass divided by excuse me times the density of water, d sub w, divided by the density of brass. Okay, so the F sub B is 248. Density of water is about 1,000 kilograms per meter squared. And the density of brass we're going to take is about 8,000 kilograms per meter squared. And when you evaluate that, I got 30 1 newtons as the buoyant. Let me erase this. Yep. 31 newtons. Okay, so that's the force of the water that pushes up on the breast. So the net weight after that is done is equal to net force or net weight afterward is equal to the original weight, 248 newtons, minus the force that's of the water pushing up on the breast. And that comes out to be 217 newtons. One thing, one part of your question is that I think you said, what is N? Well, N stands for newtons, which is the MKS system unit of force, excuse me. So that's what N stands for. I hope this helps you. Thank you so much.